Welcome back, guys, to yet another color by color, spread by spread session with me. Today I chose the green color. I'm just gonna sharpen the tools up and we can just start doing the art. I must say the tools for my green are very specific this time. I'm kidding, they're not. It's only like I will do everything with Prismacolor, Staedtler, and Derwent, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. But yeah, let's first sharpen the tools, see how they look, and let's get it on. So just for the people who may not know, I will start drawing and then I will fast forward every motif that I try to put on a paper, so it doesn't take too long to watch and to just create a video, and also that it doesn't drag along with time. My first motif that I actually wanted to draw every time I see a green color, and specifically because it's summertime and I really enjoy using it, is aloe vera. I will try to put it on the paper. I will try to make it seem more realistically. And maybe it's subconsciously because next to me right now is aloe vera lip balm or something like that I use every summer, and I actually enjoy it so much. So I will start with light greens and then gradually slowly going to the darker shades of the green. And as I'm speaking about aloe vera, I just reminded myself how much I had to draw plants before, because I went in high school for predominantly classes for biology, chemistry, and physics, and then we had to draw a lot of things from biology, like a lot of plants, a lot of animals, human things, and everything. And I think it kind of helped me sharpen the art skills that I have today. So my art is very, I would say, good quality wise in drawing plants and animals as it comes to me maybe naturally. So yeah, here is the fast forward product. I almost got it finished, but then I was thinking if I get too much details into it, I will just drag it along for too long. So my next motif is going to be something also connected to the green color, of course, but connected to what I did as a teenager. And it kind of has a backstory to it. I chose it to be a kiwi, you know, the plant, the fruit, but I have to say it also has a very sweet backstory. There was, when I was a teenager, there was video animation, which I love till nowadays. By the way, I love animation. Everything animated is made for me. But yeah, there was a video of the bird called Kiwi. I don't know if you maybe saw it. It's a pretty old video, but anyways, it was something that stuck with me. I think that was my first animated short movie or shorts that I saw that made my heart like it just half broken and half happy that I was able to see it. It's so inspiring, and it just lasts for like, I don't know, a few minutes. It's not even that long, but the short story is that, no, I won't even tell you the short story. If you can, try to find it, give it a look on YouTube. I think it was made like by some animators that weren't really in any big companies, so it's like underdog made, or however you call it. And yeah, I really enjoyed the whole the whole animation process of it and the whole story of it. So yeah, it's very inspiring, also very sad. Prepare your tissues and just rock along with it. Anyways, I chose the kiwi because it's gonna remind me of a great thing that I watched previously when I was younger, and that I also very much enjoyed. but I purposely chose it for it not to be an animal, so like it can actually take less time for me to draw, since the motifs are gonna be exchanging fast during this video. One quick digression to what I'm doing also, and to the color that I picked. I did see all of the comments. I see them all the time because they're also not so big in quantity, but I see your suggestions and I went with green simply because it like makes sense to just go after, you know, yellow. What else gonna go after yellow? Green, of course. And since I already used the orange, so it kind of makes sense, you know, orange, yellow, green. But I also picked it because I think that is going to be the last color of my fan of colors, or color wheel, or however you like to call it, of color rainbow, that I'm putting it in my mono drawing color by color sketchbook. And I'm thinking, I saw a suggestion that somebody wrote that I should try 2 colors, for instance, at one paper. So it kind of gave me an inspiration, and I think I should go for it. I think I should try it next time. So next time, try to prepare 2 colors of your favorite choice. It doesn't have to be green or something, it can be whatever you like. And maybe tap along with me to see how it's gonna go. By the way, sorry for the light. I had to change it a few times because here it's getting a lot more cloudy, and then the vibrant sun shading and everything, so highlighting, so I had to just move my camera from time to time and just look at it and check how the highlighting and shadows are functioning. So if sometimes the video is too highlighted, I'm sorry for that. It's gonna pass by very soon. Also, my next favorite thing after aloe vera for the summer is something that I just recently discovered, and it is actually something that is not from my culture. We don't see that in Croatia a lot, not even in Denmark, unfortunately, but I will try to paint it so I remember this summer after it. And it's matcha, and matcha green is one of my favorite tones of green, so I really like that shade, and I will try to put on a matcha cake on this paper. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but let's give it a try and let's see how it's going. And by the way, I will also encourage everybody to try different motifs, because you always learn something in your sketchbook from trying, you know. From time to time you're gonna go and just learn a lot from whatever you choose to do. I will try to give you a different perspective here as well, because sometimes the top perspective can be a little bit boring to watch. But yeah, on the right side, actually in front of me, I have this iPad that I just look at the references at. I found the cake. I also saw something that I would like to try baking for my own, by myself. So yeah, not only drawing, but also there, you see where I zoom in, there is a lip balm that I was talking to you about. And this is by far, I will try to present it this way, but this is by far maybe the worst angle that I put on while drawing because my hand is the main thing here rather than the drawing that I try to put on. But I will just do it like this so you can see what I'm doing. Also, I'm trying my best to make it work. Anyways, as you can see, all of this here is like detailed green, everything around me basically. So yeah, green is a huge color for summer. I will always pick green for summer. I don't know why. Don't ask me. And anyways, to stop the unnecessary talk, I will try my best to put this biscuit in the best way that I can and believe it or not, on a reference it was actually green, like very green, which even put my mind on the idea that I should bake it. That was actually it. The greenness of the biscuit, it looks very nice. I am mixing lighter tones of Prismacolor with darker tones of green right here now. And yeah, I also noticed I never showed my face or anything of me when I'm doing art here in color by color, spread by spread sessions. So I decided to just move the angles a little bit. And yeah, even though maybe you cannot really see right now, but I also have ring that is green, which I really enjoy the details of green here and there, and I will always choose green over blue anytime that I have a chance to wear something, go somewhere, look at something, be in the nature, except when it comes to water. I love blue in the water, but also I like to see more green in the water than, you know, the blue. I don't know, the blue always got the basics in my head, so I don't know, it makes so much more sense to have everything around me green. It's more natural for my eyes, I guess. Anyways, I'm putting here details on my matcha cake, and right now I'm seeing that it's kind of making things a bit more flat than I was thinking that it's gonna be, but let's hope that it gets more values and that the darks work with the light green way better than in the beginning. Sometimes the darker shades are gonna bring the best details that you can bring out from your motive, whatever it is. Also, I would love to hear more about what color did you choose for the last time or for this time, and how much are you enjoying it. And yes, by the way, I will try to go out from this point now and just make you see how it looks a little bit from further away. But yeah, I hope that this angle works. Yes, but it's me on the right side and I'm trying to do my best to put on this matcha. Oh, and this focus, I'm sorry for the focus. I now see that the focus is more on my hand than on my motive. So I will try to give another shot of. And I wanted to show you something. For the next motive that I chose, I wanted to show you this amazing skirt. I mean, the fabric is amazing. It's like light satin and it's called aqua green or aqua satin. And I really loved it recently. I went to the store for it and I made myself a skirt that I really enjoy using this summer and wearing. So I will just put a next motive as my skirt and just try to remind myself for the next time where I open the spread what I did for myself and how it worked out. And it worked out amazingly well. I was so happy with what I made. I'm gonna continue using satin for as much as I can because it's beautiful. The colors feel great. The material, the fabric falls on your body perfectly. So I tried putting it on the paper and putting it in sketchbook. So this color is also actually known as the Rance aqua color or watercolor, but it's not watercolor like by itself. It's just the name of the color, and I really like it. I think that's my favorite shade of mixing blue with green, and that kind of shade, I don't know, it melts my heart, and it's really close to my real skirt color. Also, I'll just use this extension a little bit so it covers all the highlights perfectly and shadows as well. So, you know, the part where they are overlapping is not too sharpened. It's not too sharp. So, yeah, I'll try to make it blurry a little bit and just maybe leave it like that because I just love how this skirt turned out. And by the way, as much as you can see, this matcha cake really isn't doing what it's supposed to be doing on the paper. So yeah, Sometimes you won't have the results from the first get-go of what you thought that it's gonna look like, and that's okay. That's what sketchbooks are made of. So just continue, even if you lost a little bit of yourself in the motive that you were doing and you didn't really feel that it looks good. Next time, try better, or just leave it like that because it's good enough for representing whatever you wanted it for it to represent in your sketchbook. So don't lose hope and don't be too harsh on yourself. I'm gonna make some small details on this satin dress. Actually, satin skirt. I'm sorry, I mix it all the time. And I will just give my best to work the details around it. I hope that you like it, by the way. I hope that you like the fabric too. The fabric was great. Let me know your thoughts. Have you ever worn satin before, or silk? Even better, silk is heavenly made. But yes, I would love to hear more about it, and just write me in the comments what's your favorite thing to wear in summer. Since I'm doing this in my break from what I have to do digitally and in real life as well for art, I went to the kitchen and just made myself a little bit of matcha. And I just noticed like I could do a sketch of it as well. So next to the not so successful matcha cake, I made matcha tea, and I would just do a fast sketch of it. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed almost as much as I can every day, and it's so good and healthy for you guys. I'm advising as well if you want to try it. It's very nice. The thing about matcha is that you can change the taste of it however you like it. You can make it sweeter, you can make it like a little bit more bitter. I like it sweet actually, and I like how it feels. I like everything about it, like the color. So yeah, if you try it, what is your favorite brand of it? What do you like the most about it? And also, have you ever tried to draw the liquids? Because I have some challenging times with it, I must say. I am doing my best now to try to draw liquids as much as I can in digital form, so I can learn better and then transform it to the print values, or to just transform the knowledge that I have in my hand, so I can do it like on paper. And yeah, I wanted to know, what are the tricks for you? What do you feel like shadows should be, or values? I like doing liquids a lot. It's just that I recently just tried to do like a picture of the tea, painting of the tea, painting of something like this. And now I just decided to try it in sketchbook and try to learn as much as possible from it. By the way, my camera is trembling a lot. It's tremoring, or however you call it, and it has an issue like that for now quite some time. So I try to fast forward that part so you don't have to feel dizzy from looking at how I do my art, or just from this session. Sometimes I even cut out the pieces that are too trembling, so you don't have to witness that. So if you see some motive going up and down, or going faster and more forward, it's because of that. Also, my next motive, I thought about it a lot, and it has nothing to do with real world. So my first thought was like green or aqua green, because that's my favorite, as well as matcha. What could be good to like combine the two, and make something, and try to make something that is like more fantasy wise, because I don't do that much fantasy of anything. I don't watch fantasy things, I don't read fantasy, I just live in real world most of it. And I try to put on a paper something that has more that is more connected to what I learned during my college years and what I have the masters in. And it's actually going to be, or at least it's gonna try to be, the god of sea. I don't know if you like to read mythology a lot, but Poseidon, I like that dude a lot. I mean, he is scary, but I will try my best to make him work. I did mess up a little bit of his mouth and mustaches, but I will try my best to make him work, and I'm not giving up on him. So I really, really like the idea, that there were before people who actually believed in those kind of ancient mythology creatures or gods that were representing every element of what you can find in the nature. And for some reason I always found him so powerful because of the waves and the water and everything that it can do, and also the wind, but which is my favorite, of course. But yeah, I think I will give it a try to make him look as much as realistic as it can get. I found a reference that is very similar to statue or something like that, so it's gonna look more like statue wise look-alike, not rather than being a person. But yeah, let's try and give a shot to something like this. I just noticed that my accent wasn't correct on saying Poseidon, which is more like Croatian sound. It's actually Poseidon on English, so maybe that's gonna be closer for everybody to understand what I'm trying to put on a paper right now. Also, not to go too fast forward with this, but I feel like this spread is gonna be a lot like August summerish, So I'm kind of subconsciously also going ahead with the seasons that we're going through right now, which is cool. I like it. I like to go along with nature. I like to go along with things that are developing naturally in my life. So yeah, just giving it a shot and just noticing the details around me as well as on the paper. By the way, this is a perfect contrast. Just look at the color that I'm using for Poseidon, and then look at the left where my matcha tea is and matcha cake, which is not so successful matcha cake. Just two of the different greens that I really enjoy during this summertime. And all in all, so those are my two favorite greens, and I successfully put them on paper, and I'm so happy about it. Anyways, back to the motives. I think the next motive is gonna be so closely connected to what I was drawing before, and to the sea, and to the god of waves and sea. And it's gonna be just a little sweet fish. And I found it so cute because I was just scrolling through whatever I tried to type in the Pinterest to see what the reference will be for the picture, for the drawing before, and I noticed that there were a lot of small fishes, pictures of the small fishes around, and then I was like, yes, I'm gonna go with this one. The exposition and the camera light is changing like crazy in here, so things can go a little bit out of control when I'm recording with the picture that you see. But I will try, yeah, as you can see, but I will try my best to make it leveled, to make it nice, so you can just catch up with whatever I'm doing. Also, here are the highlights in a lighter shade of green that is more like matcha green, and I'm gonna do more shadows with a darker one a bit later on. I always wonder when I'm in the middle of this process, like, where is somebody right now that is doing this alongside with me? Where are they in their process right now? And yeah, this motive isn't really anything personal. I didn't ever own a fish. I don't have anything to do with fishes that much. But I do like how it can be vibrant and nice looking when you put it on paper. It's a good motive to try learning the shadows and highlights, because of the reflections that fishes have. But I will try not to go so detailed in it too much, so it doesn't take too much time for me to go on the next motive. And it also doesn't take too much of just me zoning out, even though I like that. That's the best part. And I have to admit, I did zone out a little bit more on this fish drawing it. Fast forward to a little bit closer look at what I'm doing, as I'm also wondering, how is it to have fishes as pets? I never had one. My sister had a few of them, and they did end up a little bit tragically, unfortunately, not on purpose. So yeah, that's a sad story for some other time. But I did I did thought about it, like, how is it to have a fish? Because they just like exist aside, right? You don't have to do a lot of maintaining to them, or do you? I don't know. But yes, anyways, back to the lighter and darker greens. I will try to do this as much as I can to make it look like it has good shadows on it, because I did notice that I put a little bit too light of shadows on some places that should have been darker. But it doesn't really matter. You learn from the process, you just trust it. That's the point. Also, let's try to make this fin or flapper, I don't know how you call them, a little bit more in colors, so they can also have their own vibrant and expressive side, which I really enjoy when I'm doing animals. I don't know, have you ever noticed, but you can actually use a lot of neon colors on animals and they always look good, like most of the time. So even if you put a little detail here and there, no matter what animal, and yes, that's what I learned also while drawing in high school for the biology, that I had to draw a lot. But yes, neon colors work pretty good with animals. Try it next time. And I would love to see, if only YouTube had this option, but I would love to see what other people are doing with neon colors sometimes, because it's the last color that I would choose for my drawing, for my doodles. I don't know, it don't bring me so much comfort. But yes, I'm ready for my next motive here, and it's also connected to what I've been doing previously. So the next motives are actually aligned to the previous motives here, and it will definitely have a summer vibe, seaside summer, perfect picture of vacation in summertime of what I have in my mind. And it's going to be a shell. I found this big shell on Pinterest. I was in love with it, and I just decided, yes, let's go, let's do it. The thing about shells is that you can do a lot of things. You can learn, at least I did while I was doing this, that combination of colors can actually bring out a lot of highlighted parts of it. So that's where I saw that I did a lot of shadows, maybe too much. I also had to put it fast forwardly because my camera was trembling like hell, and now it's finally working good. So this motive right here, everybody knows it, avocado. It's so cute. You can always try doing something simple like this. You can learn a lot about sphere. You can learn how to draw shadows on a sphere. It's so cool. I love it. I will try mix all of the greens on it, and I will just try to make it pop out like behind the aloe and behind everything that I have been going on for now. So I'm done with it now, by now. The next reference, I'll have to put a little bit more work in because it's gonna be throughout the whole paper. So I thought about it for a second or two, and I was like, yes, it is gonna be summertime nature vibes spread, but I was also thinking of the story connected to the god of sea, and it only made sense to make a mermaid. So I will try to just make, the tale of a mermaid. And here I'm going already over ambitiously, trying my best to, just go with the flow. And I didn't find anything bad about it, to be honest. So guys, just try out, see how I'm doing, and give your shot to something that you would think of. Maybe this will be cool to draw. And also try to find a reference. It's always good to have a reference. Don't even think that that's cheating or something like that. It's good, and it makes you practice, and it makes everything so much easier as well, but also actually gives you a good practice of what you can see, of what you can see around you, perceive around you, whatever is the right word. And yes, this one, yeah, I don't think I will have enough time with the camera on this one, because it's also again starting to tremble. I don't know why, but I will do my best to just give a little extra shade here and there, and push the narrative a little bit further. I'm just gonna put here more details, like little bubbles, try to make it work aside next to the cute fishy. I see some empty space down there as well, but I see also in the upper corners. So this is a time where I will just devote this to. So by the end of this session, I can just ease my mind into smaller things that I do that I would love to put aside or next to the big motives, and just go along with it and enjoy. And basically that was it for this session. I really enjoyed it. This is how the whole spread looks from closer look. And I hope you did enjoy this with me as well. I hope you found your color. I hope you found enjoyment in what I picked for today. This is my spread for the perfect summertime vibes, and I'm saying, whoa, stop. Okay. Would love to hear your suggestions for the next session of which color should I pick. Bye!